run into any sense. Shoot to kill.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention.
Why am I weird,
Once again,
Romney?
Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
What did I do?
Believe that Dr. Lee's return to the brother.
Ugh. Damn, you fugly.
Caravan or raider?
I'm here on my own!
Freelance, huh? Alright. Come on in, but no gunfire. Market's open. You can do as much trading as you like.
We could hold out pretty well in a spot like this.
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, the line at the car wash was super long. Took me forever.
Your attempt at humor is wasted. Our
I'll
targets
waste
are
you.
inside. 4 cents under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear?
Hey, I'm gonna need some of your grenades.
Just changed.
Hand them over.
Going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Shit's going down, son. Hasta la vista.
Ammo, caps, whatever you find, don't forget to share.
Unfortunately, the Brotherhood are eliminating everything. Wow, you nailed that one.
Don't have the key.
I gotta get in there. Alright, let's work our way around. Man, we've got a nice little war going on here. He's pretty strong, isn't he? That guy's going ham. Oops. Oh, mysterious stranger! Nice! I don't know who the bad guys are in this scenario. There's the 4 synths over there. Look, you guys just do your shit. I'm gonna go through here if that's okay. Is there anything I can get along the way? Some ammo, maybe? I may have started a war between a whole bunch of factions. And turrets hate me for some reason, but everyone else is cool with me. Yo, out of the way!
Excuse me.
I can't believe you do that for us. Thank you.
Oh, you know, it's nothing. So what do I do with you people?
Thank you for sparing us.
Hey.
We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone.
Hey.
What is it?
Not you.
Excuse me.
You've given us another chance at life. We won't forget it.
You're gonna drag that jerk back.
I'm not sure what to do in this scenario. So... Kate, you're in the way. Alright, I guess that was the scenario. I thought we killed the Corsair. Excuse me, boys. Did you drop ammo? Yeah, you did. Mine. Man, the railroad held that pretty good. A Gatling laser. Yeah.
Sensor critically.
Okay. Railroad wing. How do I get out of here? I think it's this way. I'm not gonna say no to free stuff. I feel like I'm to blame for all this death. Alright. I thought I killed the Corsair. And that was the point of meeting him. I executed him in the head. You'll be right, Meg. It's the Corsair all the way over there. That's strange. Where's this Corsair? There you are inside. Interesting. I think this place had a lot of synths as well. I walked in here once and then I walked out.
Oh. What's that? I'll wear your guts
By order
around
of the
my
Institute,
neck!
you must be destroyed.
You hit like a rad roach! Only one of us survived this! And it won't be you!
Come on, you stupid bastards. Come on.
I'll find this guy eventually. Ah, there you are.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
Some air fresheners, a new coat of paint, and it'll all be good as new.
If only it were that simple. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate
Okay,
I am that
go
I
shoot him.
was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
Kellogg called me the backup.
Did he? Well, he was correct. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Your unconditional love is overwhelming. I think I need a moment.
I can accept that you're offended. You must understand, though. I have had no love to feel. We have been strangers until now, you and I. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. Well, it's remarkable. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting.
Okie dokie.
It's time to go back in.
Well then. Alright, what have I got to do? Speak to Proctor. I guess I'll just have it marked, but that's attend a Directorate meeting. I'll do this first. Tell him to go to his room and play with his toys. Proctor Ingram, where are you?
I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
It'll win the war.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll help us crush the Institute.
It will, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us first. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in.
Okay. Okay.
This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Fortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Proctor Ingram.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
Oh God, what do you want now?
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
I assume you can fix that?
I wish it was that simple. If this happened to one of the robots on the Pridwin, I'd just swap out its fusion pile. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Okay, go talk to the doctor. There's a lot of running around talking to people to get things sorted.
Attention. Due to increased raider activity, all leave requests to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended.
Yo, Doc.
Affected parties will have their leave compensated at the next available opportunity.
On Liberty Prime,
That is
you
all.
can forget it.
I want oil cans, lady. I ain't here for your revolution.
If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
Night.
Alright, so yeah, anyway, I want to convince
Into
you.
working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Avenge Virgil? Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
Yeah. Nothing says you care more than building a huge robot to get your point across.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready.
Oh, that was
It's
easy.
a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
I gotta go talk to Ingram.
Watch
I
yourself
can't
on the
fast
flight.
travel yet.
It's a long way down. What did you want?
Shut up, Dance.
Can you believe synths are replacing humans with exact
Ingram.
Stop the Institute for Max for the Brotherhood.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
See? Good.
Charming, isn't she?
Yeah.
Maybe I should come back later.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. We might not be the best of friends, but we'll get the job done. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers.
Ooh.
I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
You what now?
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about.
Nope.
The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Oh, for
Any luck with
God's
those
sake.
actuators yet? Liberty Prime isn't going far
Mate,
with
I
Amazon's
just
delay.
left here, okay? Leave me alone. I'm gonna actually stop. I've been doing this for 6 hours. I really should get some rest into me now. So what I'm gonna do is hard save. What? What happened? Oh, the game crashed anyway. Perfect. That's the perfect time to stop.